Hi, welcome back for our day 2 of opinion writing. So today, our goal is to brainstorm our opinion writing, and we're going to do that by reviewing the parts that we need for an opinion writing paper, and then also using a thinking map. So to start with, we're just going to review the parts that we need when we're writing an opinion paper or writing an opinion. And remember yesterday I said to always think of that delicious cookie, an Oreo. So, and we know the OREO all stand for something that will help us remember the parts we need when we're writing an opinion paper. So we always start with stating our opinion, and then we give reasons and examples why we have this opinion. And then we ended up by stating our opinion again, and that usually is called a conclusion or a concluding statement. So those are the important parts that we need when we're writing a paper. Now I have added this paper for you. If you don't have a printer, no worries. Miss Lodato is actually going to show you how I'm going to just use a piece of notebook paper to make my thinking map. So this is actually a mush between a tree map and a flow map. And sometimes you might hear your teacher call it a flea map. That's how we mush flow and tree map. Because we're going to start with this part up here when we're writing, and then we're going to come down here and keep on going, and then go around and down, and there it is. So it's a little bit of both. So today we're going to fill out our thinking map and just brainstorm what if you would like to be an astronaut or if you would not like to be an astronaut. So that is our focus for today. So I'm going to show you how I can use this tree map or flow map or flea map to help organize my thoughts. Now, because I really want you to use your own schema and your own opinion, Miss Lodato is going to choose to write about something else instead of an astronaut. But you can get the idea of how I used my thinking map to brainstorm, and then tomorrow you're going to see how I can use my thinking map to write my paper. So again, if you don't have a printer, no worries, you're just going to take out your notebook. And if you look at Miss Lodato's picture, actually behind all these white boxes is a piece of notebook paper. I just put these white boxes so I can type with you. So all I did was I made a tree map up at the top, and if you notice I put a star here and a star here. Those are my opinions. Those are the cracker cookies part of the Oreo, and then this is the filling. The example and the reasons are my filling. So I have my opinion up here and then 3 branches of my tree map, because I know that a good writer will give at least 3 examples or reasons for your opinion. And then down here is our opinion again, because that's how we wrap up our opinion writing. That's our conclusion. So today, Miss Lodato is going to write her opinion, but I'm going to write not about astronauts, because again, Miss Lodato wants you to use your own brain and your own schema. I am going to write how I would love to be a zookeeper. So I'm going to write, I would love to be a zookeeper. Here. All right, so I do have a pretty quick but a complete sentence up top. That's going to help my brain. Now, with our thinking maps, we don't always have to use complete sentences because they're to help us to get our brain to think about what we're going to write in this case. So down here with my examples and reasons, I'm not going to write complete sentences. I'm just going to put thoughts, so then I can look at those thoughts and they will help me write my complete sentence when I'm writing my paper. So if I'm thinking of my first example or reason why I would love to be a zookeeper, I'm going to write, well, the first one I feel it is pretty obvious, is that I love animals. So I love animals, and I know it's a job that has tons of animals. So that will be my first example or reason. So I'm just putting my thoughts down. Tomorrow, I'll use those thoughts to help me write a complete sentence. Now, my second example or reason is because I am super responsible. And I know that you have to be responsible to actually take care of those animals. To feed them and play with them and make sure they're getting everything they need. Care for animals. So I have those two thoughts for my next reason. And then my last reason, I'm going to put that, well, I know that you have to be strong to be a zookeeper. You have to be able to bend over and maybe pick up some animals. If not the animals, you'll have to pick up their food. And you'll even to like bend down and like clean, like if it was an elephant, I'd have to clean their feet. So I'm going to write another reason is that I am strong, and I can write to feed or lift or even like bend in certain ways to help the animals. So those are my thoughts for that. All right. Then I have my opinion, my O, and then my reasons and examples, RE, that middle part of my Oreo, are right here. And these are just my thoughts. I'm going to write my complete sentences when I write my paper. I just need to get those juices flowing. A thinking map helps you think. So that's what it's helping me do. And then at the bottom, I'm going to have a concluding sentence. But I don't want it to be exactly the same as my first opinion. I want it to stay the same. I want it to be the same opinion, but I want to put different words in it. So I'm trying to share what I think and believe that I would be an awesome zookeeper. So I'm going to write, I would love to be a zookeeper. Let me think. I think I would be excellent at it. So I know I want to write that word because that is a word that I want to add into my sentence. I'm going to do excellent and zookeeper definitely. So I'm going to keep those to help me when I'm brainstorming. So to help these brainstorms will help me to write my paper tomorrow. So now I have my thinking map, and I need to make sure, one, that it's organized, because if I have things mushed together, then it's hard for me to keep up. And two, that my handwriting's nice and neat, because if you don't know what you wrote today, it's going to be really hard to read what you write tomorrow. And it will be even harder to plan out your opinion paper. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to jump back to the printable that I have. And again, you can use this or you can do it in your notebook. What I'm going to do next is I am going to read you a nonfiction text on astronauts just to help build up your schema a little bit more. And then maybe that will help you make the decision if you would want to be an astronaut or you would not want to be an astronaut. So what I want you to do is you might want to get your thinking map out and ready because you might want to write thoughts down while I read the book, or you just might want to listen to the book and then write your thoughts down after. Alrighty, thanks so much.